What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and tonight I am wrestling with myself. WWE Backlash 2016, SmackDown's first inaugural pay-per-view of the brand split, just ended mere 20 or 30 seconds ago, so I'm coming at you guys live with my hot takes, match by match, with the fallout, who won each match, what I thought of each match, and where it goes from here. All in all, I've got to say Backlash 2016 was a very, very good show. I liked this a lot. There were a lot of standout things. The World Title match was a Match of the Year candidate. Styles and Ambrose tore the house down. It was excellent. Miz and Ziggler was right behind it for the IC belt. They had an excellent match. Most of the booking decisions were pretty cool, pretty well done overall. One big complaint I have, we'll get into that. So let's go into it real quick, match by match. I'll let you guys know what I thought, and you guys can tell me what you think. So the show opened. The pre-show was Apollo Cruz versus Baron Corbin. Two guys that should have been on the main show. They should have put the Usos and Hype Bros tag match on the pre-show and put this on the main show. Both guys deserve higher spots. They should be two of the cornerstones of the SmackDown brand. But this was a good little back and forth match. Cruz is getting over on his wrestling ability. The crowd seems to like him. Corbin continues to improve in the ring. He still has a few steps to go, but he's getting better. If Cruz and Corbin could switch, if Cruz could have Corbin's personality and Corbin could have Cruz's wrestling ability, they'd be one hell of a wrestler. But these two had a good opening kickoff match. Baron Corbin wins with the end of days. I think he's the more over one. He's the heel. He has more programs coming in the future. So I think it was the right move. A good opening match. Then we had the first match on the main show was the six-way ladies inaugural SmackDown Women's Championship elimination match. Again, very good match. A little choppy at spots. It wasn't always cohesive completely. A lot of tossing ladies out of the ring to do one-on-one stuff, so a lot of tossing girls outside. All in all, again, this was good, though. Alexa Bliss doing the Harley Quinn thing was awesome. She looked hot as Harley Quinn. And very athletic. She did a couple of code reds in this match, which looked awesome. Naomi stole the show here. She was the second one taken out, but she did a springboard splash to the outside. Also did a springboard into the ring. Highly athletic, really cool stuff. There was a top rope blockbuster powerbomb combination with her as well. So Naomi's wrestling, Bliss's mannerisms, she had some good stuff. Those two were excellent. Everybody in this match was really good. Carmella was a little off. She seemed a little lost out there. It was the final two. It was down to her and Becky Lynch. The crowd was behind Becky big time in this match. They did not want to see Carmella win this. Carmella just looked lost in the final two. She really didn't know what she was doing out there, it seemed like. She has good personality as a heel, but she has a long way to go in the ring still. All in all, though, very good match. Becky Lynch gets the win with a disarmer. I think it was the right choice. I predicted it correctly. I'm a huge fan of Becky. I think she deserves this, and she's the cornerstone of the SmackDown Ladies division. I want to see her and Alexa Bliss get into a program now. I think it'd be excellent. So I really enjoyed this overall. Then we had the Usos against the Hype Bros for the contendership to go into the tag title match later on in the show. As it should be, fairly short match, but they gave it some pretty good time. Only 6 matches on the show, so everything got proper time in the ring, which I did like. I do enjoy that this show, it ended a little early. It didn't go to 11, but it also gave every single match a lot of time and was a wrestling-focused show, which was great. The Usos get the win here with the Tequila Sunrise. They changed up their shtick a little bit. They dress a little differently. Their mannerisms are a little darker. They don't do as much high-flying stuff. They're more tactical now. They cheat a little more. They get some good heel heat. I like the heel Usos. It was a good change. Everything was different. It was fresh. And the right team got the win. And Zack Ryder also looked very good in this match as well, as he usually does. So Ryder looked good, and then the right team won. The Usos advanced to the finals. Then we had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Miz cut a good promo again backstage about how, Daniel Bryan can't wrestle and Miz is going to go. He wants to get a new contract. He wants to be valued higher and make the IC belt valued higher, and he wants more money, and he wants to go out there and prove that he's the best and do what Bryan can't, and that's wrestle. So good promo backstage. And the two had an excellent match. This was easily the second best match on the show. This was excellent. Dolph Ziggler brought it, as he usually does in the ring, and The Miz stepped it up big time. He was sending messages to Bryan by using a lot of his Ring of Honor stuff. He was doing the drop kicks in the corner. He did the surfboard and the double stomp on the legs, which is a Daniel Bryan thing. He did a surfboard into a chin lock. He mixed it up big time here. Miz not only used the psychology of the Bryan storyline, but also added some stuff to his arsenal in this match to hang with Ziggler, and was very good in the ring. Not only was he good as a heel, but he was good technically as well. Also in this match, he worked over Ziggler's legs using the figure four and other various ways to work over the body part and isolate the body and use ring psychology. And Ziggler sold, as Ziggler can, very, very well. So good psychology, good story, good wrestling. And The Miz won via cheating. He got more heel heat, and he got a big win by cheating. It didn't damage Ziggler too much more because he's already kind of damaged. But Miz gets the heel heat, gets the heel victory, looks good in the ring. The match is excellent, and the IC belt means a lot more because of him. He's an example of a guy who, if this was all one brand and one big show, Miz wouldn't be in the spot that he's in. But because of the brand split, he's being featured now as a top player, and he is majorly over as a heel now. And the crowd was behind him a bit as well, too. Then we had Bray Wyatt versus Kane. Now, this is my one big problem with the show. I've got a big issue here. It was reported a couple hours ago Randy Orton got hurt. Not sure if it's kayfabe or if it's legit. I don't know whether it's an angle or whether he actually was hurt, but he did not wrestle on the show. They had Wyatt attack Orton backstage and take out his leg so he couldn't wrestle. Wyatt comes out as a heel, does the count to 10 because Randy Orton can't wrestle, so I win. And then it was announced he would fight Kane in a no DQ match. Standard Kane match, a couple good no DQ things, decent brawling here, nothing special, not good, not bad, just sort of there. Bray does the running senton through the table, which was a nice spot. But in the end, Randy Orton comes out anyway, even though he wasn't part of the match. Sneaks in, RKO's Wyatt out of nowhere, and Kane gets the win with the chokeslam. So you take Orton out of the match, but you can't even give Wyatt a win here against Kane. So Orton comes out even though he's not able to come out earlier to wrestle, still gets in the ring and does his move, the RKO, so he doesn't seem like he's injured. And then Kane beats Wyatt. So Orton doesn't get himself a big win here and doesn't really wrestle. And Wyatt doesn't get the win here. Who does this help? Kane is a part-time guy who just does squashes now and only is being used feature-wise to put other guys over. So why put this 40-some-year-old part-time old guy over Bray Wyatt, who desperately needs a win? This helps no one. It doesn't help Kane because they aren't going to push Kane going forward. Randy Orton didn't wrestle and looks like a coward because he faked an injury to come out there and give an RKO. And Bray Wyatt looks like a big loser. We're being told over and over again, all Wyatt does is cut promos and lose, cut promos and lose. Same thing over and over again. He's a loser. We're not supposed to invest in him. And he's the best character in the last 15 years. He's the best character they've had since Taker and Kane, probably since Kane in 96, 97. And they're wasting and losing him, and there's no reason for it. It's horrible. Then we had, back to my rundown here. Usos against Slater and Rhino. I predicted this was the one match on the card that happened that I got wrong. I thought the heel Usos would win and go on to a program with American Alpha. They did not. Slater and Rhino got the win here. Heath Slater was majorly over. So was Rhino, by the way. This program is how you get a comedy character over. Heath Slater is one of the best comedy characters, if not the best comedy character they've had in a long, long time, if not ever. This guy deserves it. He does everything he's given well. He got this character over. He got Rhino over by extension. The crowd cared about this when they shouldn't have. This was excellent. Heath Slater's excellent. This was great. I thought the heel Usos would go on to face Alpha, would win the belts, and would keep Slater from being champion and continue the how is Heath going to get signed storyline. They didn't go that way. They surprised me. Eventually, Slater actually got the pin here. Slater comes in and gets the pin. Cuts a little promo afterwards about how this is one of the best days of his life besides some of his kids being born. Some of his kids, he said. And then he said he told Beulah they're going to get a double-wide trailer. So Slater just in character being excellent at what he does. Again, solid match. Usos, 2 good solid heel matches tonight. Just the right amount of time. Didn't go on too long, but wasn't short either. Good match. And now Heath and Rhino are tag champs. So Heath is signed. And this act can continue to get over. And the heel Usos are new and fresh as well. So the tag division has a nice little boost here. Then we had the main event, which was a Match of the Year candidate. This stole the show. This capped off a very solid show. Like I said, besides the Wyatt thing, I have no issues here. But this main event was amazing. This went about probably half an hour in the ring. Maybe a little over half an hour in the ring. Show went off about 10:40-ish. Crowd seemed, they were into both men, but more behind Styles than Ambrose. Ambrose, when he got on offense, was getting some boos here. The crowd really wanted to see Styles get the win here. He was announced as the face that runs the place, which I like. They're still using the Cena thing. As long as Cena doesn't beat him when he comes back, please. But I like this a lot. The match itself was excellent. Some spots I liked. Dean catapulted AJ off the apron onto the post hard. Let's see, a bunch of counter wrestling. Calf killer into a reverse suplex style, suplexing Ambrose into the corner turnbuckles. Ambrose running off the announce tables like he does and diving on Styles in the crowd. Just a bunch of stuff. Ambrose diving on Styles from in the ring to the outside. Styles flipping over the table. Just a bunch of crazy stuff here. Styles taking the drop kick through the ropes and landing headfirst on the floor, bouncing off the floor. Styles took a huge beating and bumped around like crazy here. Both men busted out new stuff. Dean Ambrose did a catatonic into a backbreaker, a la Roderick Strong or Messiah. Also, Dean Ambrose did a butterfly position into a sit-out powerbomb, or a face buster, I should say. So Ambrose busted out new stuff. Styles did a springboard 450. It's just a match these two could have. Good brawling. It was all over the place. It was intense. Excellent counter wrestling. Styles playing an excellent heel role. Both guys using new stuff technically. Styles working over Ambrose's leg. Everything here was great. The psychology was good. The wrestling was amazing. The crowd was into it the entire time, and the crowd surprisingly went with AJ. This ended with the referee getting bumped to the side for a second. AJ going with a dick kick, kicking Ambrose between the legs and hitting a Styles Clash to win the world title, as I boldly predicted on my channel. If you want to see the video for my predictions to make sure that I'm right and that I'm not lying to you guys, go back and check it out. It's I think my last video I posted on this channel. But Styles wins the world title, as he should have. He was white hot beating Cena clean. He's super over as a heel. Fans love him. And he's on top of his game right now as a character, as a talker, as a wrestler. He has everything you should want. And it is my personal dream scenario here, being a Styles fan since NWA Wildside in 2000 and watching him in WCW, watching him carry TNA for 10 years on his back and be the best in the world for a long, long time. Seeing him now main event a pay-per-view and win the world championship is a big, big deal for me as an indie fan. So congrats to AJ. He deserves it. The match was excellent. The decision was excellent. Everything on the show was very, very well done. Again, must see. The IC stuff was great. The women's stuff was great. The tag stuff was solid. The only thing I didn't like was the Wyatt thing. Everything else on this show was great. So I give this show an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is what I'm going with. Only -2 points for the booking of Wyatt. Other than that, this was an excellent show. You had good matches. You had a great match. And it's worth seeing. So what did you guys think? Best match on the show? Decisions you agree and disagree with? And things about this review you like and don't like? Tell me in the comments below. Until the next opening bell, guys, I will see you all real soon. It's been Wrestling with myself. I am Jason Burke. Have a good night.